What are we at? Just Did you hit the go button, Draco?
I did.
And I'm live. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Another installment of Flying with the Monkeys. We are continuing our world tour. Tonight we are flying from Sapporo, Japan, RJCC, to ATU, Alaska, ATU. Going back to American soil. Maybe. We're going to try. We have the usual suspects tonight. Mr. MoonDog 88 is here. And Draco 411.
Everybody get your marshmallows ready to roast on the fireballs that are at the end of the airport.
Yep. And of course I'm Zigzag E. And we're I don't even know my own name. And we're gonna make it I'm gonna make it there one way or another tonight, even if it's paddling my life raft. We need to get this tour completed. We got other things we want to do, so we're gonna try. Yeah, I have not even made it to cruising speed or to cruising altitude in this plane. MoonDog has actually taken it off and landed it in the same flight, but Draco and I have not. So it should.
We have wiped out more Japanese villages with these planes than.
Yeah, that was in Phoenix. Yep. We don't want to waste too much time.
Okay. Me too. Runway 19.
It's on our list of things to figure it out, but we just haven't made it that far yet.
So we may figure it out right around 2019.
Window de-ice on.
How'd you turn the... no, my window de-ice is on.
Yeah, mine defaulted to on with the automatic start.
Then I wonder why it says left windshield and right windshield anti-ice off. No, because those knobs don't work.
What knobs?
Yeah, it says windshield de-ice. I can't make the switch work.
There's window,
that's window de-ice. There's window de-ice and then there's windshield de-ice.
This is true. You have a warning indicator for that?
Yep. Right underneath the nav.
Huh.
19 Rex, what I got?
I'm not that far along yet. I need to go to flaps 15 before I
guess I should bring my flight stick over here so I can actually control the plane.
Oh, landing and strobe lights. What the hell is that?
We're probably landing in the ocean, if we're lucky. Oh, that's comforting.
Well, yeah.
Did I miss which way I'm supposed to go? Damn it. Hell yeah, I missed it. So worried about my damn windshield de-ice lights, I taxied the wrong direction. Well, it wouldn't be one of my streams without me getting irritated and yelling at myself.
Oh, now it's giving me 7,000. I thought I did that. I guess I didn't.
Just do a nice loop around here. Hey, Roy. It says, you don't need, Roy goes, you don't need the flight stick. All the passengers got off after you said the knob doesn't work.
What runway are you guys headed to?
19 right.
Okay. Yep.
Which appears to be right over here.
Initiate. Or have you guys passed me already? Or are you anybody right behind me?
Nope.
There we go.
Make sure I have everything. Alright, I'm gonna pull out onto the runway, then I'm gonna save my game.
Yep,
and then
don't forget to do that.
off.
Okay.
The brakes one more time. Lights, save. Yes. Okay. Set my heading. Actually, my runway heading is 177. Okay, here goes nothing. Which I have a sneaky suspicion we will.
I wouldn't be surprised if I am.
$70, $80, $90. Come on. Whoa, easy, easy, easy. Easy. Get it back on the runway. This plane is a finicky bitch.
She's persnickety. Oh, there's MoonDog floating. Well, that was the shortest taxi I've done in about a month. We almost didn't see you with you floating right there.
Yeah, you should have seen the takeoff I just had.
A little hydroplaning on the runway.
A little. Turn left, heading 040. Uh-oh. Hope I didn't break something.
Okay, we are going to save right here. I have a feeling we're going to need it. Let's see. Which one is this? DC-10 takeoff. We'll take that slot again.
Uh-oh.
Sappora departure, Douglas Mike Alpha Charlie 261, is climbing through 2,200, 49,000.
Okay, so we need armor IAS. So what is it, 230?
Altimeter 2960, Douglas 261, turn left, heading 045, climb and maintain 9,000. Turn left.
What the hell is beeping at me like that?
That's the sound of death. At least most of the time in my case it was.
I was able to save at that time.
By doing what? Forward on the stick?
Forward on the stick, forward on the throttle.
Yep. Alright, well we're gonna go for it.
What the hell is this plane doing?
Sapporo departure, loading hotel, Lima 850.
Uh-oh. Whoa. Oh, come on. I hate this. I don't know if it's the frickin' autopilot in this thing or what, but it will not hold the altitude. Yep, and it shot me, tried to shoot me up, it sent me straight up in the air like a rocket. Yep. Yep. So we'll do this again. Like director on. But then again, I couldn't even keep the damn thing from sliding all over the runway. Okay, autopilot on. Altitude hold. I'm already in the air.
Oh. Are you using the auto throttle?
ATS, you mean?
You have to hit the IAS button underneath the altitude knob to engage that. Oh, yep, forgot to turn mine on. Yep, I knew I was forgetting something. Go ahead and turn those on. Okay, maybe I won't. It's not gonna let me turn them on. Oh, okay.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
What was it yelling at you for? Oh. Well, I took it really easy on the vertical speed. Because I felt like in my 7 takeoff attempts that's what was killing me. So I know, but you've never had any problems like that, like I was for whatever reason. But so I'm just playing it safe. I ain't in no hurry.
Whose is that?
That's MoonDog. The only one you can hear is MoonDog. So I'm just playing it safe. I ain't in no hurry to get up there. Got all night. I was trying not to die. Sorry there, buddy.
This reminds me of when we started learning how to fly the 757.
Roger. Altimeter 2967.
And we still crash that one. Well, me and Zig do.
Proceed on course.
Yeah.
MoonDog flies that damn thing like he's flying a kite. Hey, this is the highest I've actually ever made it in this plane. 7,700 feet.
61. Did you hear my last transmission? Turn right heading 055. Resume on navigation. Douglas 261.
They just called me up to 19,000, so that makes my butt pucker a little bit. Because it's always the second step when it. Yeah.
Well, hell, I've never made it to the second climb.
I have. And then I got all like, woohoo, I did it, and then all of a sudden, beep, beep, beep. Damn it.
Above 10,000 feet, I'm putting a spurs to this thing.
Turn right. Turn right. Why do you got me going right?
Tokyo Center, Mooney Hotel, Lima 8500, Whiskey 10,000. Mooney Hotel, Lima 8500, Tokyo Center, Roger. Altimeter 10,968.
That beeping let me know I'm within 1,000 feet of my altitude. Scared the crap out of me.
Yep.
Like, oh no, we're all gonna die.
Is my GPS wrong or what? Why is it turning me to the right and then telling me to resume on navigation?
Probably just trying to get you lined up a little better.
It ain't anywhere close.
Climb and maintain 19.
So when it says resume on navigation, that's when it's time to click over to the GPS, right?
I believe so. Oh, this. Why am I muted?
I better go look now if I'm muted. You got me. Hello, hello, hello. Nope,
yeah,
nope. We're all there in my chat.
We're there. I kill the. This is why I do that. I kill it with the intro, because in the intro my mic is still hot, and we're still chatting stuff. So it's like I don't want to.
Right.
Be there with that. So that's why that gets there. Thank you, Roy. That was 10 minutes ago, but yeah, lower the nose. Yeah, I was lowering the nose.
Is that me?
No, that's me.
Yeah, we all go like, is that us? Who's that? Who's that? My butt puckers every time MoonDog's beeper starts going off. 29.
Every time I hear any type of beep.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I was right there at almost at 17 when it starts to do that.
Roy says, because you guys were pushing the max climb rate, I think you hit turbulence and that's why you almost stalled.
It's possible.
Maybe.
That's why this time I was like, I'm not even pushing that max climb rate. I'm just going to stay off of it and not worry about it. There's no big hurry to get up there. You know, like I'm only at 1,400 right now.
I'm at 13, just reached 1,400.
So, sorry I haven't been paying attention yet. This is a new plane and taking off in this one of those where you go. Yeah, right. Right.
What's sad is this thing has more dials than my 377, and everybody thought that thing has a lot of dials.
Yeah.
Did they forget about me?
Double check that your flight plan is loaded.
Oh, with
Yep,
with
it's
you
loaded.
Guys,
Okay.
You guys taking back off.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I noticed after I had done a couple restarts with the save game that I had to reload my flight plan. It had kicked it out because I was flying and I'm like, did they forget about me? And I'm like, oh well, crap. No wonder they don't even know where I'm going.
I should have put all this stuff in.
All right, I'm gonna try clicking over to GPS and VOR lock.
Really? I only set 20,000 feet for my cruise altitude? That don't seem right. I wouldn't do something that stupid.
Do what?
For some reason, it has my cruise altitude flight level 200. Sure as hell don't want it to be that low.
Yeah, you'll be bouncing and dragging your feet all the way there.
Yeah, Roy. I just decided to stay off of the climb rate and take her easy. You know, kick back, put my feet up, enjoy a beverage. That was the sound. That maybe a new sound.
Yeah, I heard that.
Take my Yeti cup.
270.
Drinking some coffee tonight.
Coffee.
No beer?
Stout. Coffee stout.
Oh.
Okay.
I was saying, no wonder we're having so much problems. You're not drinking your beer.
It's code.
Okay.
You threw this
Drinking
universe
coffee.
all out.
Or as Jake's been saying, my gaming fuel. Kids. Oh, and I get some crappy video output to go with it. How about that? That's awesome.
Everything's in green. Thanks everyone for stopping and watching.
I have no. I can see how YouTube's doing. I don't know how Twitch is doing.
Roy's going to get another coffee. Yeah.
Standard barometer, because I'm that freaking high now.
You know, just because my paranoia is getting the best of me, I'm going to go ahead and do a save.
What the hell is this plane doing now?
I'm scared to even like look at anything, touch anything.
If I crash this time, I'm done. It's like all of a sudden I had no power from the engines.
I wish they had a different tone for you're approaching your selected altitude.
What the hell is this thing doing? It literally just wants to shoot straight up in the air.
I do not know. What did you have your last vertical speed set to?
200 feet per minute. And it wants to shoot me up to where I'm climbing at 6,000 feet per minute.
That's what it was before things got crazy, or?
No, just out of the blue. But, well, before, I couldn't, all of a sudden I had no power from the engines.
Yeah, like I'm down to like a 170 1.
Well, you're getting ready to stall, because at 169 you'll
Speed.
stall.
So how do I...
Well, I tried to lower the nose with the vertical speed, and the nose would not lower.
There goes mine.
Wow.
Did you save it, or
Yeah, I saved it.
how did...
I had to turn off the entire autopilot, regain control of the plane manually, then slowly turn on one autopilot system at a time.
Yeah. Which one did you start with?
All right. Sorry, my wife
Um,
and stuff there.
I started with heading first.
Watch your elevator pitch trim. When it starts adjusting, it gets into that green and it starts pitching you vertically, and then it slows you down, and then you're at 12 and 14, which has got you straight up. Get that back down, and it'll pitch your nose back down. Doesn't matter what you do.
Hold on, I can't...
Go.
I didn't hear a word you said there. I'm in the middle of chaos.
Sorry.
He's trying to keep from
Doing what? Yeah.
doing what I just ended up doing.
I don't know why, but hopefully everyone's still here.
Wow, that was that was scary right there.
So, what were you saying then, MoonDog? What do you have your speed set to?
My speed is set for 300. My vertical climb is 16 to
I
18.
I just wanted to know what you had your speed at.
And then
You're still on IAS though.
Yes. I'm going to switch over here. I'm high enough, fast enough. I need to go to Mach Fold.
So what did you say? You were watching your elevator trim?
Watch your elevator trim so it doesn't.
But
get
that's
down
part
in
of
that-
autopilot's doing
Right.
that, right?
And that's what's causing it. It starts to get up there because your speed's slowing down, and then it keeps
Yeah.
adjusting it, and then your nose is all the way up.
Yeah.
Get that back down, and then you're okay. But when that is trimmed to 12 and 14, it doesn't matter how much you're pushing the yoke forward, get the nose down, it won't.
Maybe I needed to boost my speed up, and that's what I forgot to do because I've managed to somehow save it. And I'm back on climb, even though they're yelling at me.
They're telling me to turn right to 085,
Oh,
and
they were
then
telling-
climb maintain and climb 270.
Yeah, they were just yelling at me to get up there.
Alright, 3.5.
So maybe it was the speed that I had. I was still at the 230, and I had noticed it had dropped way off, and maybe I needed to.
Well, I pushed my speed up to 298, and I'm holding at about 293.
She's finicky.
Finicky hell, she's a persnickety bitch. Pretty sure everybody in the back of my plane threw up like 12 times and then passed out.
Yeah. I just sent a round back there on the house. Sorry. And a box of wet wipes so everybody can clean themselves.
Roy said, looking into the reviews for this, someone reported the plane would climb and stall out for no reason, or it would do a nosedive.
Oh,
Great.
We've hit the climbs.
It's kind of like wrestling a tiger. It's beautiful, but it wants to kill you.
Yeah. And at the same time, the fact that it's finicky is like makes me angry, but at the same time it makes it challenging a little bit. So
it makes me want to tame it.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you know what to do to fix and grab real quick, we can keep it going, not into the ground. But it's that knowledge there that does that, and I can see it's pitching.
Well,
Like
luckily when me and Zig had all the had the issues this time, we were like 20,000 feet in the air, so
yeah,
we had a little bit of air between us and the ground.
Not 4,000 where you don't get much of a chance to figure anything out.
Well, the first time it did that to me, I was at like 4,700 feet,
Yeah.
damn near pissed myself.
And the first thing that fixed that was taking the elevator trim down to 0.5 instead of 4, where they told you, because as soon as I was pulling up on as soon as I would get off the runway, it wanted to shoot straight up because of the elevator.
Well, I've decided to climb at a very modest 1,200 feet per minute.
Mm-hmm. And you got to watch that speed. I think that's what I forgot to do, because I was only at like 1,300, but as I got up to that second tier of altitude, I didn't maintain my speed. I know MoonDog's beeping. You know what I mean? I still had it set at 230, and I looked down, and my speed was down to like 177 or whatever, and I guess I didn't think about to keep bumping that knob up on the speed as the altitude increased.
Now, once I'm done climbing, I'll back the speed down a little bit. Because, like I said, I'm at 290 right now.
Yeah, I'm at 294. And I'm at 20,000 feet.
I'm at 22,000.
Yeah, expediting
At 290.
Climb, but expediting climb, not what I want. I want speed right now.
You're still having issues with that?
No, I'm climbing from 29 to 35, and it got a little slow.
Oh, I'm going to get up to 30, and I'm just going to stay right there.
I think I set mine to, what did I set it to? 375? I did go to 375.
What the hell were you thinking?
I wanted to get high tonight, I guess.
I'm at 415. I don't want to.
You never want to go that high, though.
I know. Well, MoonDog's like, I'm going to 85. Or whatever he said.
I'm going to 315.
47 or something he said. So I'm like, well, shoot, I'm just going to lowball it at 37.5.
I feel like the chicken now at 30. This is almost like one of those planes that you can't even get up and go to the bathroom without worrying about it trying to kill you.
Right.
Although any plane that has engine fail light right at eye level with you should make you nervous.
Yeah. They're like, here, you're gonna need this, so we're gonna put it right here.
Going to 134.25, Douglas 261. Tokyo Center, Douglas Mike Alpha Charlie 261.
At some point they're gonna go, okay, you're on your own.
For flight level 350. Douglas Mike
I'm wondering if there's just something with
Tokyo
the
Center, Roger.
All the high temp lights have gone out in the back. Switches, I don't see any warning lights.
Well, the weird thing is that, but then again, I really shouldn't be looking at indicated airspeed here. Should be looking at Mach up here at 25,000, shouldn't I?
Should, but
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can change over. They tell you in the manual once you get to cruise to change over to Mach speed for your speed control. But all right, sent me up. They're sending me up to 370.
Wow.
Makes my butt pucker a little bit.
Even my co-pilot bailed out a while back.
dang.
Your co-pilot bailed out.
Co-pilot, flight engineer, couple of flight attendants.
Doors still open?
Well, they were, but the co-pilot, as he jumped out, hit the door and it slammed back shut again.
Douglas 261. Contact Sappora Center on 124.0. 124.0 for Douglas 261. Sappora Center, Douglas Flight Alpha Charlie 261 is at flight level 262, climbing flight level 350. Douglas Flight Alpha Charlie 261.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and do another save.
See, the only thing that I learned is that saving your flight in your simulator in mid-flight, when you go back, it messes everything up. Your engines aren't right the whole bit. So if I crash from crash up here, that's just the end of the stream.
Well, hopefully, you know, now that we made it up to a cruising altitude, we can just crash on the landing and then we'll be there.
Hey, you know what? At least we'll be close to the Coast Guard station so they can clean it all up.
Yeah, right.
Joe goes, go figure. Look who's flying. Guess they figured they'd take a boat back to America.
We saw you did some flights on the VA, Joe, or at least one. I hadn't been on there in a couple days. They kicked one of mine out with a landing rate of minus 1,575. I'm not sure why.
Not sure why.
Douglas 261.
They have me turning to 085.
350.
Yeah, expedite, yes.
Are you guys still making turns?
No, I've been on Resumo navigation for quite a while.
Well, they said turn left heading 065, resume on navigation. Oh, I did, and now all of a sudden it's turn right to heading 085.
Huh.
This is going to be one of those flights where I'm zigzagging all over the frickin' place. Let me see. GPS.
Douglas 261. Please
Okay.
expedite your climb to flight level 350.
Alright, so apparently to bring me back onto the GPS line. Oh, there's Zig.
Well, you can see me?
Yep.
Please expedite your climb to flight level 350.
1.6 miles in front of me. That is really damn close. If I could actually see your plane.
Well, if nothing else, we're getting closer to Alaska with each up and down roller coaster event.
You're going up and down. I'm going left and right.
And oh yeah, that's. I love your name for right now. What's going on? Funeral host. I need to get this game again. Yeah, but I'm going to need a funeral home here before too long.
I believe it's on sale right now.
Sale ended.
Did it?
Earlier today. Deep Seals did.
Alright, so to make the GPS work, all I have to do is turn off the heading hold and turn on GPS. Hit the GPS button.
GPS and then the VOR LOC button.
Okay.
I feel like I'm dropping speed really quick.
I am. It's almost like this. It's almost like the speed hold doesn't work on this.
Well, it did work for the whole flight from Phoenix to San Francisco. I did the other night, but it's trying to correct everything while climbing vertically, and that's got to be a bit of the issue. You know,
Well,
there's been certain times that the C-47 was doing that to me.
Well, the thing is, I'm not climbing. I'm at 30,000 feet, and I'm supposed to be, because I haven't changed my speed any, so it's supposed to be trying to hold a speed of 298. I'm at 247.
I don't know. Oops.
Joe says he thinks that he got 3 in so far. His average so far is minus 499 in landing. I've only made one flight and only made one landing in that flight in there so far.
I actually got over 30,000.
Alright, I'm speeding back up again. How's fuel looking?
Alright, and while we're doing that,
Well, that could be the problem. Hey, Zig?
What?
Make sure all your switches are turned back on for your hydraulics and your fuel pump. When you had to restart?
I didn't restart.
You didn't have to restart? Well, it's glad to know that those switches do absolutely nothing in this plane. Alright, 262. Yeah, Joe. Joe says it's not as easy as you think. They definitely made it a bit of a challenge. That they did.
yeah. Alright, Joe, where's it at that shows your average? Stats? Somewhere.
Got 8.1 hours and just 1,900 or 1,955 miles that I've flown, but I don't see where you can pull up your average link.
It beeped at me and I jumped.
Well, I just passed Zig.
Yeah, I'm experimenting with
I'm-
managing
Joe said-
my own speed.
Joe says he's gonna hate to see what happens when he does his 10-hour check ride to get the private part. Hate to see what they do for the FAA test questions.
Oh, he joined the professional?
Well, I think when he hits his 25 hours, he's planning on it. Is that right, Joe?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna touch that for quite a while. I mean, for obvious reasons.
Alright, let's be daring.
So did you come up with anything to get it to keep climbing, MoonDog?
I completely just reset everything, got the speed up to full speed, and then started to climb.
Yeah, he yelled, "Superman, help!" and he came and grabbed the back of the plane and just lifted it up.
No.
Because I've taken mine off of speed control and I just got it balls to the wall. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's the only way I can keep speed.
It seems to, or right now, mine seems to be okay with the speed control. Like, I can hear the engines back off because I'm at 285 and I have it set for 280. And then when I drop below that, I'll hear them. I'll hear it. push
Are
back
you
up
done
again.
climbing though?
Oh yeah, I'm cruising now.
Oh, well, see, I still got another 10,000 feet to go.
Nope, I'm done climbing. And everybody, because of the flight, have a smoke and get up and walk around. He says it could be under your profile somewhere. Give me another 10 minutes, I'll be home to look on my computer. Because he's driving home from work right now.
Well, that's understandable.
Okay, why do I keep getting encoder overload on my overloaded on my OBS?
I don't know, I got mine a little bit ago. Mine completely shut off and turned back on. That's what there was a stutter for.
But
I lowered my altitude to 325.
he says that he wants to go for everything on there. He wants to go. He wants to do the historical part for sure. We're already getting ready to work on the historical part.
That's why we're flying this crazy plane.
Although us flying this, it's more the hysterical part.
Yeah. Well, hey, I don't want to jinx it, but I've made it a lot further than I thought I was gonna.
Oh yeah, I have to.
I'm scared to go get a beverage, though. I'll tell you
Me
that.
too. I may have to empty a bottle here in a second for myself. How's Twitch looking?
So I wonder, is there some sort of like fuel mixture deal where you got to dial that back so
Nope.
the engines keep power when you're up? No.
Nope. You're thinking prop still.
I know. I'm just, trying to.
All right. Well,
Freaking thing.
maybe this plane doesn't like to go above 30,000 feet.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not there yet, but
All right. I'm 1,136 nautical miles from ATU.
Yep, I got my airspeed up to 400.
Jesus. Are the wings still attached?
surprised they even put that on the speedometer.
0.9. Well, that's because I went from 35 down to 25 because it nosed down on me.
That's comforting to know.
Yeah.
Did it do it on its own, or? Did you
I was
start
try- I
start
was-
stalling?
I was trying to climb the rest of the way up too, and it, altitude decrease.
Let's take a look outside. Now, I don't have a skin for this plane. It's all, it's just gonna be all white for a while. Joe says jets don't have mixture control, props only do.
Yeah, that right there tells you how often I fly jets. Well, up until we got the Phenom, I've been flying that a lot, but that's not really an airliner. I was just trying to figure out why. You know, it seems like as the altitude increases, like it just seems like the engines have nothing. Like I'm not quite 100%, but I'm dang near 100%, and I'm only climbing at. I am still at 900 feet per minute, so. But I have started dropping speed again, and I don't know why that happens.
Do you know what down angle of like 65% looks like? My passengers do.
How many passengers did you have stuck to the front of your of your plane?
Not because you're all stuck against the tail, because it was dropping that. Luckily, I haven't turned off "you may get up and walk around" signs.
So I'm kind of worried because I never looked at the back of the plane closely before I left, but it looks like I'm missing some of my horizontal stabilizer.
No, that's how it actually looks.
Okay. Well, I was just thinking, you know, with all the left and right and up and down and the oh shit moments, I thought maybe part of my tail fell off.
Yeah, I have a master warning. Could it be because I dropped so fast? Alright, so I changed my altitude from 415 to 315.
Oh, I have a master caution. I don't know what that's for, but oh well.
At any point, one of those, oh, darn things. It flashed at me for a second there.
So, you know, this is one of the little things about FSX that I'm sure a lot of people overlook. If you look at the moon changes phases, and it almost syncs up with the real phases of the moon. Just a little something to not that MoonDog and Zig care right now, because they're just trying to keep from becoming the newest submarine. No worries though, because I'll be the newest crater in ATU Island here pretty soon.
I am now at noon flight level.
See, I'm actually descending and still losing speed.
That does not make sense.
Why in the world would that be? And there it goes.
Stalled? Alright, I'll be right back.
Alright. Leveled out, speed's under control. Zig's scared to get up and walk around at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Alright, good. Watch my plane. You got control for a minute.
Why is it doing that? Is it just, am I just too high?
What's your altitude? Now that I'm back.
285 is what I had it set to, but
Well, I'm at 315 now. I'm holding speed at 0.82. But for a while there, when I had killed the autopilot down the last time that it nosedived there, I didn't reset the speed hold.
I've been off of the speed hold.
Yeah.
Now I'm down. I set it to 255 now.
The only thing I can think of is these planes, for whatever reason, even though it says that they can go higher, don't like to go higher than
30, 31.
maybe 32. That may be something in the script or something.
That's got to be it because, you know, it reads the other. I can't remember what I got up to going to Phoenix. I think it was right about 31.
So are you on speed management or no, MoonDog?
I am now. I mean, because I was actually over speeding, and that's what the alarm was. My N1 was up over 100.
What do you have your Mach set at?
0.82. Which is indicated 312. Saying
Okay, I engaged that again to see what happens.
So I'm cruising at indicated airspeed 280, Mach 0.72 at 30,000.
I can't. I don't even know how you guys are doing that speed.
right, go see if you can scroll it up to about 0.8. See if it picks up any speed while you're still level.
I'm gonna switch over to Mach. Yep, the engines are throttling up.
If it holds it there, maybe it is an altitude script because script stats say that this thing should cruise at 0.82 to 0.84, with the max speed of 0.86.
Well, right now my N1 is at 101.
But are you gaining speed?
Indicated airspeed, but not Mach speed.
Mine's at 101.2.
Oh, there goes Mach speed. It's starting to go up now.
Mine is too. But I'm descending, so I'm going to 255.
I'm holding level.
Cause man, I just couldn't get it to climb any more than that.
Alright. Just what you want to hear from your pilot, right? Okay, I'm going to try something.
Oh boy.
Also, look at your wind too. I have wind velocity 088 Wind direction 235.
Now, I don't have any engine anti-ice on.
Maybe you flip that on.
Turn that on, because I turned that on, and I also turned the fuel vapor vent on.
Well, I don't even know what that is, but...
I don't either. I think that's got to do with it being able to breathe.
Alright, so it pushed up, so I'm at 0.8 now. Indicated airspeed 315, and the engines are throttling back now.
Okay.
Oh shit, I'm almost at my overspeed. But it's not descending. Why? I wonder what my 2992 is what I should be set at, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's why it doesn't know I'm there. Oh,
I don't want to pull those
I'm
levers.
I'm over speeding. Why am I still descending? 255.
This has the same bug that the 757 has with the vertical speed, where if you're at an altitude and you want to go up or down, and you change that altitude, even if you don't change the if you haven't changed your vertical speed, you have to move it up like 100 feet, and then or down 100 feet, and then set it to where you want it to be. To get it to work that the vertical speed properly. So, MoonDog, on the FMC, what do I push to be able to see? Oh, there it is. Oh, no, that's just the full. How much time? How much time I have left on this flight?
Well, it should be.
Because I clicked on flight plan, all it tells me is how long it's supposed to take. So, Joe says your average landings is listed under Mac cars, and he was a little off. Right now he's at minus 445.
Alright, I'm gonna take a chance and go pee and refill my coffee. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to save. Just in case. Okay. Be right back.
I don't see it anywhere on the FMC. I don't understand why it's not there.
I was just wondering, so I didn't have to pull up that GPS window.
Says 653 on the fuel prediction page.
Okay.
Which 4:10 on the clock, so
It's telling. Well, GPS is telling me hour 49 minutes.
yeah.
944 nautical miles.
Yeah, you're just behind me then at 9:50. I went to 3:25, but it's holding here.
So I'm looking at our flight plan. We're not even a third of the way there.
It'll pick up. We've been in the flight for about an hour. Because I did hit the timer after I made the turn and was climbing instead of
Oh, you did?
on the runway. So I'm pretty close there.
Well, I'm looking at the map, and we're about halfway between mainland Japan and mainland Russia. Out over the water.
Is that in going FS?
No, active sky.
I think I've managed to survive.
Yeah, yes, you have so far.
So I was telling MoonDog, we're not even a third of the way into the flight.
Well, if I can at least manage to keep it afloat. I mean, I feel good with being a third in.
Well, I do too. Considering this is only my third time in the plane.
Yeah.
And 2 out of those 3 times ended up with me crashing.
I had a lot more crashes than that.
Okay, if I'm in the MAC cars.
Oh,
Moondog's not even paying attention to his plane.
I know.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'm now contacting a Russian flight center.
Yeah.
Petropavlovsky.
Yeah, I contacted them a few
What
minutes ago.
do you do for a screenshot again? Is it print screen?
F12.
I'm trying to get. I don't have any good screenshots for this plane.
It's hard to get a good screenshot for this plane because it's so big. You can't zoom out far enough.
Oh, I need to zoom in.
Logbook.
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, look at that.
You know what? Spot plane view is a good way to go.
There we go. That should give me something to work with.
Well, I see my landings.
I need to make some thumbnails for this one.
Yeah.
See that my average. I see my landings, but I don't see where you pick up average landing rate. I can figure it real quick because there's only the 5.
So maybe we just need to stay below 30,000 with this plane because everything seems really stable now. I don't want to jinx it, but
At 130 or 325, 32,500. I'm holding perfectly.
You're okay there?
Yeah. So.
Oh, FYI, I went into Rex 4 and I changed the my cloud and water resolution to DX5 instead of the 32-bit, and my clouds look a lot better, and it doesn't hit your frame rate as bad.
That can't be right.
So for everyone that's watching that maybe doesn't hang out with us all the time, or you just tuned in, we are flying these older DC-10s because we did just recently join a virtual airline, and they have a historical division, and it covers prop planes and the early jet era, which this plane falls into. So we're hoping that we can tolerate the persnicketyness of this plane enough to be able to complete some VA flights in it in the historical division.
Right. So just
you may see more of in the future, but
Joe says when you log into a Mac cars, it's in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen.
okay. Oh, what do you know? Mine's my app. What I figured in theirs is almost spot on. Does Joe really want to know what mine is?
no, he probably doesn't. None of us want to know. MoonDog, go away.
Okay.
Hey, mine is 64.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I was gonna say Draco's got one, and he was on the leaderboard all day, so his is probably his average is pretty good.
What was it? Minus 64?
64 or 65, something like that. I had the best landing of the day.
He floated it all the way down the runway and said, "Oh, I think I'll touch down now."
Oh, bullshit.
What's yours, MoonDog? Let's hear it.
265. Which isn't far off from the the overall full company average, which I did notice, pushed it up.
I did not push it up because they didn't even take it. They didn't even accept it. It didn't even get the count.
Joe's laughing.
I'm sure my ACARs got floated around and everybody had a good laugh about it, the grizzled veterans. I'm sure they're like, look at this clown. Can he not read? Although I did attach a comment to mine before it was accepted and said I apologize for being an idiot. I was like, I misread I was like, I knew my landing wasn't that good. I was like, but I misread the PIREP info and thought that it was barely in tolerance. And I was like, and clearly it's not.
So, Zig, you're pretty much on the same heading I am. Do you have any idea where the reflection of the sun is coming off of the sunscreen right there by the nav in the flight director switch? Because there's no way that the sun could be shining through the airplane.
I don't know that I see that. What are you talking about?
On the sunscreen, you see where like all the autopilot stuff is?
Yeah.
On the far left, where you would flip your flight director switch.
Yeah.
I have like this massive, like sun reflection.
Oh, I do not. You have your graphics turned up too high. Stop doing that.
I have a minor glare there, but I don't think.
I don't have them turned up too high. Everything's just maxed.
Right.
Joe said that he did the same thing after the first flight, pretty much.
Bounced it, or flew with its doors open?
I think the Zig thing. Because there aren't too many people who fly with their doors open.
Most people don't even open them to let the people on. They just fictitiously go, okay, they're on, let's go.
Right. Okay, so get out of that. Get out of that.
A lot of clouds all around us.
Get out of that. Go back.
Alright, So, Samuel Fields. Hello, how are you doing? Sorry if I didn't catch that right away. You probably just stepped out. Travis, hey, how you guys doing? Now we're doing okay. Earlier when the plane was trying to kill us, we weren't doing as well. But it only took us, what, 50 minutes to an hour to get it under control?
Travis just talked to my chat. He's like, "What's up?" MoonDog is ignoring his chat. Well, clearly.
What a shocker.
Well, now you did. He probably put that in like 20 minutes ago. MoonDog is always ignoring his chat, Travis. Have you not figured that out yet?
His comment came in at 11:19. It's 11:23, and I was commenting on it a minute ago. Give me at least 3 minutes, okay?
You would think with all those screens he's got over there in Flight Central, he could have chat up big enough on one that he could see it.
I was gonna say he's got mission control.
Well, that's the word I was looking for. Mission control.
Okay, you guys have some fair points, but I have so many other things pulled up on it. Chat's also part of it, so.
You must be pretty far ahead of me, MoonDog, because I don't even see you on Active Sky. I see Zig. He's about, about 50 miles behind me?
Wow. So there's not even any approaches to ATU.
Nope.
No.
Wow. We're really
We're eyeballing it in.
Well,
You're hoping
hopefully they have enough Coast Guard cutters to pick up the bodies.
Well, hey, like I said, I'm happy to make it this far without crashing, so if I can make it the rest of the way and at least land on, crash, land, deposit myself on solid ground, that's good enough. I'll take that.
What about frozen ocean? Will that work?
What he is saying is the fact that
I would at least like, to not have to paddle the raft boat or, at least really actually like put it down on solid ground and may or may not be on the runway.
Remember what they say, Zig, captain goes down with the ship.
Right.
I think that the gist is he's in the air. He's at least a third away from Japan. So guess what?
Yeah.
Next flight is taking off from ATU.
Yep. Considering I've crashed this plane already on takeoff at least probably 7 times that night, MoonDog, would you say?
It's fair. Guess, yeah, 5
Yeah.
7, yeah.
I'm very happy to be this far and stable. Knock on, wood. I'll find some. There we go. Here,
and I promise you, that is the only time you will ever hear the terms monkey show and stable in the same sentence.
Yeah. I'll knock on my Yeti cup. There we go.
Oh.
It could be a crash fest, Travis.
I'm gonna give it 70-30.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. It's way too early to tell. You'll have to stick around.
We've all seen how well we land those 757s with ATC and all that fun stuff.
Well, at least we have Active Sky to give us an idea of when we need to start our descent, so that helps a lot.
And we are on ATC, so there's got to be something that they will direct us with, so.
We'll see. We'll see.
Just did some outside photography for pictures. I'm mad at Travis. Can't get, we got 4 minutes. At least it wasn't like 35 minutes,
Travis said he's not feeling the best.
Well,
We've all been a little sinusy in the Zig household, that's for sure.
I was definitely not feeling well and short-tempered. Was it Sunday?
Yeah.
yeah, he was definitely someone to not aggravate.
Don't poke the bear.
Yeah. It's normally me that is the bear reference too.
Yep. Of the Monkey Show night crew, Zig is the most even-keeled. Then me, then MoonDog.
But, you know...
And how often did you ever think that you would be more stable than someone else?
I never thought I'd say those words in my life.
Let's try this.
But then again, that's why Zig has the nickname Pastor Zig.
Well, welcome to the stream, Dot. Thanks for coming in.
There, Travis.
I'm glad you saw me in your suggestions. Yeah, you know, it's an okay DC-10. We're getting used to it. It's a new plane. We've come up with its persnickety. It's very
temperamental.
It's very temperamental. Scared to walk away, scared to touch anything. So this is this is my first flight that I've made it past a couple miles.
Hey Travis, welcome to the stream. Just bouncing around to the crew, huh?
Yeah. And to be honest, he put in there, "I'm sorry," and as it flashed up, I responded to it. So he didn't even have like a second before I was checking my chat. Growl.
So,
that you can check out Mr. Moondog and Draco 411. That's who I'm flying with tonight. We fly on Tuesdays and Saturday evenings, pretty regularly.
Pretty regularly.
Their links are on my.
And every now and then, not all the time, but every now and then, you may get a surprise stream, like we did Friday.
Surprise flight type stream. We do other things during the week. I definitely do.
You can add me on Steam. You can find me on there as Zigzaggy. Somebody made a fully functional B-36 Peacekeeper bomber. Huh.
Nice.
We like to fly the old stuff. And obviously you just popped in, so you probably didn't hear me saying a little bit ago that we joined a virtual airline, and they have a historical division, and that's actually why we picked up this plane, to be able to fly the historical flights that are on the VA.
Joe goes, there hasn't been no bouncing on here for a little while. Just wait about another hour. There'll be a lot of bouncing going on.
Down the runway, is that what he's suggesting?
I'm guessing down the runway, off of buildings.
Yeah. I will gladly take it bouncing down the runway.
I will gladly take it
all the way
on
to
being
the
on
tank.
fire at the end of the runway. At least we're there.
Right.
Well, that's what I was thinking, you know.
I will take anything that includes on the runway.
I'll take anything that includes near the runway. I mean, taxiway, grass,
Right.
hangar.
Bay out in the cove before you actually get there, because what you're saying is you're in the country and you're not going back out. You're not doing this flight again. You're not world hopping anymore.
Not for quite a while. I mean, we've been at the. Jeez, I hate that spot line view. I mean, we've been at this going on probably close to 6 or 7 months now.
No.
On the world tour?
On the world tour?
It's been.
I'm not sure.
End of July, 1st of August. It's still been a while. But I was looking at date of first time that we put anything up, and I think it was July.
Is that when we started doing the streams?
Yeah.
No, that's when we started doing the streams. But we started. We started this before we started streaming.
Yep.
We did start the world tour before we started streaming them.
Because we didn't start streaming them until after we took off from Cork.
No. I have videos of it up. I was checking it because I was just correcting all of my playlists, so everything's in order and in there. We started, first flight we did was from St. Louis to Canton, no video footage.
Right.
from Canton to Boston, no video footage, but we did mention it. From Boston to Sept-Iles, we flew, because BP was even on there with your landing of that humongous B377 onto that tiny runway. That you then also somehow got off the runway when we left. So that's when it really started, and that was July.
And then,
I mean, I can
and that's
actually
also
check,
when,
but
and that's also when I lost engine 1 of that plane about a third of the way across the Atlantic and flew on 3 engines all the way across the Atlantic.
right. So it's
Because
been-
I wasn't going back.
Dot, we have done some formation flying, but not with the B-36. We've done it with the C-47. I don't know if you've checked out Manfred Jan's C-47.
Dealing with the Basel there too.
Yep. I think we even have a video of us flying in formation with the Basler. Going
Actually,
into...
It's on the screenshot I put up for the thumbnail for this one. I picked one of the Africa skins and put up the C-47 for the thumbnail for this stream, just because it was a vintage plane. But you can see one of you clowns in the background on that one. I don't know which one it is, but one of the monkeys is along in there.
It's a fair enough statement that it was one of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Joe says that this plane kind of reminds him of the L-1011, not a DC-10, but they're almost the same aircraft.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dot, if you like to fly planes and you haven't checked out the Manfred Jan C-47, it's a free one. You need to scoop that up.
Yep.
That's better.
It's especially fun when you're flying with Ernie.
Yeah, and it's better than some of the planes we've paid for.
Yep. But she can be finicky too.
Yeah, she's a finicky plane too.
Joe says he used to work for Basler Turbo Conversions.
Do you guys know how long we have left on this flight? We got a while yet. It's a long flight.
It's saying about an hour and 20 minutes till we get there. I just checked, and I was incorrect. It's not July. It was June 20th. This is
See?
the first video.
Hour 28 minutes for me, so it's probably going to be about an hour and a half for you.
Dot, you're more than welcome to fly with us sometime. We use Join FS as a multiplayer outlet, so you need to pick that up. The link to my Discord is in the video description, and sometime when we're not streaming, we're usually on most evenings. Come in there, hang out with us. You're more than welcome to fly with us. Yeah. You can't join the voice while we're streaming, so you have to hang out with us for a while before you can join the streaming channel.
Voices that you do hear are from the Monkey Show, and then
Yep.
a few of the pilots that we have flown with enough so that they can at least. But even when you're flying with us, you're in the Discord so that you've got immediate information that we're dealing with, not just able to talk.
Yeah, even if you don't have speaking privilege, we will let you in the streaming portion. So if we're flying together, you can hear things real time and not on the delay for the stream.
So I'm at.
Yeah, hang out with us sometime on an off night when we're not streaming, and we'll get to know you, and we can do some flights together. We're on almost every evening. We might not always be flying, but we're playing a game. So.
Yeah. Definitely on. Let's see if we can get ATC DLS.
If you Google Join FS, you just have to download it. It's a little bitty application, and it makes it
completely free.
It's completely free. And then it's not nearly as crowded as the other multiplayer. There's no trolls, so
We very rarely even run into anybody flying.
yeah.
And we tested, and this is the reason why we're on here, the sync between all three shots. is like almost spot on. You don't
Yeah, it
have
has a-
any lag. We go,
Yeah.
oh, it's the plane's there, the plane's here, the plane's bouncing. It's right there.
We might be on tomorrow night. There's a good possibility. Just pop in and see.
And on our stream nights, MoonDog sometimes will post where we're going, where we're coming from, where we're going to, what we're going to be flying
Ahead of time.
so that way anybody who wants to fly with us can join us.
That's why it was up there, because it was really needing to be a quick one, because it's a longer flight on a weeknight, and there is work, kids, and stuff that needs to be handled in the morning, and
Yep.
we don't really want to be up till 2 in the morning. Okay.
We had-
they don't want to be up till 2 in the morning.
Yeah. MoonDog doesn't sleep. He plugs into a USB charger.
It's not even that. It's the middle of the night. When does a werewolf run around?
That's okay if you're younger, Dot. We have some other
Yeah.
younger
Better-
pilots that
better
fly
younger.
with us. Just be warned. You know, you have to behave. How's that?
Yeah, you have to behave better than what we would behave, because we probably aren't.
We did have this scheduled for Saturday night, but we had technical issues, so
Yep.
that's why we wanted to get on and get going quick tonight, so we could try and squeak a 3-hour flight in on a weeknight. Usually we try and work it out so the longer flights are on the Saturday night stream.
And the thing with us is that we have to have so many programs open to do this. At any time, any one of them can break, and it can keep us from doing a stream. Or somebody can generously gift you something that completely and totally borks your...
It breaks your sim.
Well, you know.
Notice I
like
said
that-
generously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go. It wasn't a good idea.
Joe goes, behave. LMAO.
Well,
Thanks for the sub, Dot. Really appreciate that. And yeah, pop on and hang out with us a little bit. You know, if we're not flying, we might be doing some farming or
7 Days to Die, or
7
trucking.
Days to Die, or some trucking, or maybe even some Grand Theft Auto. You just never know.
Or we might even drag Zig into a new game.
You're gonna start another new game. I don't even have time to play the games I'm already playing. And
Well, if we set up a day for each game, plenty of time.
we have a schedule. Just work it out.
yeah. I mean, it's been. You have to think about what I'm doing on a Saturday. I've got farming earlier
Yeah, I
on
know.
with the rest of them. Then I'm doing whatever between the two, and then flying in the evening, and then I'm back up. Well, we get done with the flight, and then I do something afterwards, and then I got to get back up Sunday for the farming on Sunday. And then what do? We hang out then for the whole rest of the evening. So.
Hey Dot, send me the link for that B-36 either on Steam or I don't know if it'll let you put it in the chat, but I'd be interested in checking that out if you like the plane.
It may not let him put it in the chat because
Yeah. And but you know, friend me on Steam or something and send that to me. I'd like to check it out. And hey, Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson's tuning in from Dubai. How about that?
Oh wow!
What time is it in Dubai? Is it like morning time? Is he on Roy's time?
No, I think that would
No,
be.
Dubai is even earlier than by.
I
5
think that would be
hours,
like
so-
Armor Suit's time.
No, you're further east than that. You're 9 hours ahead, so it's probably almost 9 a.m.
Yeah,
Oh,
that might be actually like Farmer Beavis time almost.
MoonDog's like the human clock, and
Let me know. I want to know. Do I ring the bell? Am
Yeah.
I close?
cool. Dot. After the stream, I'll accept your request on there, and then if you'd send me that link to that B-29, I'd really like to check it out. Or B-36. My bad. Sorry.
36.
Yeah, MoonDog's the human GPS and the human time machine.
All right, let me see.
8:45. He says you were pretty close, MoonDog.
8:45. So the 9 o'clock hour. I was just off.
That's
15
not bad.
minutes.
I'll give that one to you. Within 15 minutes, we can round up. I'm good with that.
So I get a cookie. Do I get a cookie?
Yeah.
Hey!
I'll give you 2,000 MoonDog credits.
Wait a minute. Only 2,000. I'll take it.
He's just returning the 2,000 you gave to him.
That's about it. Yeah. So I'm at 345.
So do you live in Dubai, Chris, or are you over there on business? Or Chris Johnson
Pleasure.
doesn't sound like a very Dubai kind of name.
He could be there on pleasure.
We flew into Dubai, didn't we?
Yep.
We did.
No,
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
We flew over Dubai to Abu Dhabi. That's right, on our world tour.
Well, isn't Abu Dhabi in Dubai? No.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm horrible at geography.
Yeah.
I'll let him explain it because he's there, but I'll be nice this time.
But a lot of our streams are, I don't know how many streams was it where we just saw nothing but sand and water going across North Africa.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Seemed like forever, yeah.
That was a grind.
It was only 4? Seemed like at least 8.
Well, because it was in the C-47 and it was slow.
Yeah, that doesn't help either.
But yeah, that was a brutal grind.
And to think we want to jump back into the C-47 with not sand but snow.
Oh, Chris relocated from MoonDog land to Dubai. He's from Ohio. MoonDog's from Ohio.
Nice.
Hey,
MoonDog's Ohioese.
Chris
Is
G.
that right?
Not from the Akron area.
Ohioan?
Ohioan, yeah.
Ohioan?
Yeah.
I don't
Hey,
know.
there's 8 presidents from Ohio. Ohio's very important to something.
Oh,
And yet
that's
most
cool.
people can't even name those presidents, so what's that say?
Chris says he works for a company that makes tooling for General Electric and Rolls jet engines. How about that?
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Well, then I need to go outside here and see if it's got any parts on this thing.
Now, if we were flying the 757, you'd see some Rolls-Royce engines.
Yeah.
Rolls-Royce 200s.
There you go. How's that for a view for a minute?
Do you do any flight simming, Chris? Do you play flight sim?
He works on it. He might go. I don't.
Clearly, you work on it. Doesn't Joe do something?
Yep,
Yeah,
Joe
yeah.
works on planes.
Doesn't he work on planes too?
Yep. If I'm right, Joe, you work on planes up in Wisconsin, right?
I think that's what he said. Seems like.
Wait, are we getting to know the following of the group?
The regulars.
Regular, yeah.
Yeah, he said we would fly over DXB on the way to Abu Dhabi. That seems like what we did. It's been a while. How many legs did we decide we were going to have on the tour, MoonDog? Like
We're at
30.
we're right at 40 or 41 when we finish. Right. I'd have to recount. No, we're at 40 when we finish.
We're at 40.
Yes.
Now there was one long flight that we did skip, leaving what was it, Tasmania, going into the Philippines.
Yeah, and we did a couple spaces where we didn't actually fly anything. We just popped there. But we have 40 legs that are on the trip that are in video.
Chris, you're talking Draco language right there. That's Draco language. He said he flies on P3D and big piston engine guy, A2A stuff mostly.
Oh
yeah.
So do you fly
you just made Draco
377?
stick jiggle a little bit there.
So do you fly the 377 or you fly the Connie?
Yeah.
It's starting to get dark.
He
We're gonna
said
be landing in the dark too.
Oh, great. He also said you probably have the GECF6 on the DC-10.
That is someone
So there you
who
go.
knows.
Yeah,
That is someone who
knows.
knows his engines.
Yeah.
He knows his crap right there. And thanks, Dot, for sending the B36 link on Discord. We'll definitely check that out.
And thank you whoever sent me a friend request on Steam.
The furball, is that not by any chance? Because furball's been around now. And it's funny because I've got 3 cats in the house, and I'm tired of seeing fur balls.
So, is it getting dark for you too, MoonDog? Can you see the stars?
No, it's perfectly daylight for me.
Looks
Did
really
I
daylight
not?
to me.
Did your clock reset when you reset, Drago?
What time do you have on the dash there?
I got 4:47 or 4:41 or 4:47.
I have 5:10.
I'm at 4:45 also. So you're 20 minutes, 30 minutes ahead of us time-wise, and several minutes in distance behind me. So yeah, you might be more dark than I am.
All right. So yeah, Joe works out of Air Wisconsin, out of Milwaukee.
Okay.
Very
Before
cool.
there, he worked at Basler Turbo.
At Basler?
Yep.
Oh, I'll be damned. And Dot is furball.
Okay. Well, thank you for the friend request.
I used to have a cat. I know I'm familiar with that sound.
Yeah.
Oh, good grief, Draco. Chris likes the B377.
Now you're going to have to fly it.
Oh, wait.
I
wait.
love that plane. But does he have captain of the ship, or does he, or is it just the base?
He's on P3D, and he says the B377 is his preference, but it hasn't been updated yet. He's left to fly the Connie until the Strata is updated.
Yeah, it hasn't been updated to version
P3D, yeah.
version 4.
So it sounds like he's flying the Connie. Well, Draco loves the B377. Just so you know, Chris, that's his plane. We make him fly these jet planes and stuff.
That's his go-to.
But there's nothing better than the sound of those 4 props spinning and the growl of the engine.
Contact Tokyo Center on 134.25.
Contact
Wait,
Tokyo Center. How am I reaching Tokyo Center from here?
We've been through Vietnam already, Dot, on the tour.
Yep.
We didn't bomb anybody, but we've already been through there.
Did Vietnam, Philippines over to Hong Kong and up through wait a minute. Vietnam and then into Hong Kong.
Then Thailand,
Taiwan.
Taiwan, and then China, and then Japan.
South Korea, yeah. With
South
the
Korea, Japan.
Yeah.
We're on the home stretch now. We're about ready to plant down back on American soil. It's been a long time.
To be honest, one of my favorite flights was the one across the Alps there past Mount Everest. Quite literally right past.
Yep. In the Beechcraft Duke.
Yeah. It was slow enough and high enough that you could reach out there, grab a snowball, and toss it back at the guy behind you.
Joe says he knows where where one of the Connies is parked down in Florida. Oh,
yeah?
I wish I would have. Wait a minute. I think I've seen it. Is it in Winter Haven, right outside Tampa? Joe?
Chris says, yeah, COS all the way. You can literally smell the gas in the cockpit.
Yep.
It feels so real. All the sounds, the stewardesses serving coffee, screaming babies, ha ha ha.
Well, see, I was stupid and did not get Captain of the Ship add-on when I got
that's
it.
what that. I got you. Okay.
So, and honestly, every time I get the money to get it, these guys find another plane that they want to fly, so I end up throwing the money at that. So I still have not gotten Captain of the Ship add-on, but I'm going to.
Oh, come on.
Why,
you like the Phenom.
I'm not saying that the Phenom isn't a bad plane. It's just that there's something about flying a plane like that as opposed to flying a computer.
No, I get it because I flew for the VA. I flew the King Air for the 3 flights, and I just was like, yeah, that's why I like this plane.
Well, still, yours is a lot more computerized than my plane is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
My plane
Too
is
bad.
just flip a switch, push a button, and then you just push a lever left and right when you want to turn.
Chris says you're deprived.
Yes, I know. And believe me, when I realized I had forgotten it, I was like, and the thing is that it adds so much more than just that. It adds
He probably just put it on his Christmas list, Chris.
Oh yes,
Yeah, he just wrote that down. Now that you wrote
as
it
a matter of fact, I think it's going to be base package ORBX and the add-on for that, rather than the 2 packages of ORBX.
Well, we could get back to some of those flights. The dash is on sale too, MoonDog.
Okay, I'll consider it.
FS Pilot Shop. It's half price.
Okay, so we're expected winds.
He changed his subject.
294.
Polk City, Florida, a place called
20.
Fantasy of Flight.
Expected temperature 0.7 Celsius, so 1 degree Celsius.
Hey, thanks for the sub, Chris. Appreciate that. Check out MoonDog and Draco's channel as well.
Oh, look at that sunset. Let's let the camera catch up as it goes crazy.
An Atari joystick for aiming the cannons. I haven't used an Atari joystick in quite a long time.
Yeah, now I'm starting to get some stars here, Draco.
Okay.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What time do you have?
3:45. I'm in the sim. I'm like a minute and a half ahead of you.
Well, I'm at 4:47.
My time is 5:16.
You're at 4:47. I'm at 4:51.
So,
So our time is not
wow.
synced. Yeah, but it's
So, Joe, where is Polk City, Florida at? Because I'm not familiar with that. But then, so I mean, I could have been past there
West
and not
Coast,
known it.
West Coast, halfway down of Florida. I think I remember passing it.
Down around Tampa, right?
South of
Yeah.
Tampa.
And Clearwater and Winter Haven and all that.
Chris, I think the ORBX sale goes to the January 1st.
Yeah.
MoonDog and I both picked up the Vector to go with the Global.
January 1st, Australian time.
Oh, and you got open. Chris even picked up the Open LC for North America.
Okay.
It is expensive, but it does look good, Joe. Or Chris, you're right.
Yeah,
Did I
well,
say that
that's
too
good.
loud? Did
That's-
Mrs. Zig hear me?
No, she did not. It's $5, Mrs. Zig. It's only
$5.
Well,
It's only
we'll know if she
$5.
heard you when we hear punk. And then all of a sudden, hi nerds.
It was on sale. It was on sale. That's what she tells me when she buys stuff. It's on sale. I got a good deal. It was on sale.
And we'll stick up for you. Pretty much everything you bought has been on sale,
Yep.
Sure. Exactly.
except for the Phenom. But you
Shut
looked
up.
around until you decided to buy it. I mean, there's
Yeah.
other stuff.
I researched it. She
Yeah.
would believe. If you said I researched it, she would believe you.
Yeah.
I
And then
research everything.
You debated on spending it until I bought it. And you said, "Fuck, I gotta get it."
Well,
It took at least 4 months, probably, or 5 months since we talked about buying a business jet before we bought one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, like I said the last stream, the way it works is MoonDog finds it, MoonDog goes ahead and buys it, then you turn around and research the hell out of it, and then you finally get it, and then I'm like, okay, fine, I'll get it.
And we can be honest. I bought it because I've also looked and researched myself too. It's not like I just blindly go out. Oh, I'll get that. I've looked at it. I feel I've purchased correctly, and then Zig backs it up by searching and going, yeah, okay,
Well, that's because you've been bit in the ass before by doing that.
yeah.
Hey Chris, thanks for the sub. Thanks for checking us out tonight. Have a good day at work, and yeah, Tuesdays and Saturday nights. I'm not sure how that,
Yeah.
you have
Tuesday
to
and
figure that
Saturday
out for
morning
your
before-
tone.
Yeah, Tuesday and
Yeah.
Saturday morning before you go to work, or Saturday, hopefully you don't have to work.
And I don't know, can we do P3D with Join FS?
Yes.
Does anybody know?
You can do P3D, you can do FSX, and you can do X-Plane 11 now.
You know, if it works out sometime, Chris, that you could fly with us, the link to my Discord is in the description. If you get to download the Join FS, even though hopefully it's multi-platform, and maybe we could fly together. That would be a lot of fun.
You know what, Joe? I have been there. When I lived in Georgia, a buddy of mine and me, we went down to Tampa I don't even remember what. And we went right past there because I remember seeing the Connie sitting there. I'm pretty sure statute of limitations is over with that. That's also when we stole a couple oranges off the orange trees down there. They were hanging over the fence near the road.
Well, no, then that's fine. From what I learned from BP with the oranges that you worked, if it's at the road, you have like arm reach and such, that's fair game.
Yeah, technically we never even got out of the car. We just drove past and
reached up and grabbed
reached out the window and grabbed them.
You have nothing to worry about, even now. I've got, this is for Zig, I've been in contact with Anchorage.
Anchorage?
Anchorage Radio, yep.
See, I just got contacted by Tokyo Center again.
Yeah, well next will be Anchorage.
Get to join the Discord, Chris, and we'd love to fly with you.
I'd love to have another 377 pilot with me.
Yeah, you got Draco all excited talking about the 377, so...
You two get in the 377 and I'll get in the little Beechcraft King Air and we'll buzz around you a bit.
Yeah.
Have a good day at work, Chris.
Yep, have a good day,
Chris.
Travis says driving in the ditch doesn't count. Shh, Travis, you're gonna get me in trouble. I have the FBI helicopters flying over me.
That's mostly because of the other stuff that we mentioned while I'm... Never mind. We haven't said anything. Ignore that, ignore that.
Whatever entity may be listening, I have no affiliation with this man. He just hijacked the stream.
That's normally one of the other monkeys that does that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take this moment to send out get well wishes to our favorite friend, BP.
Yep.
So I'm at 345. Do I chance going up to 355?
Why?
See where it goes.
Because he's the MoonDog.
Just to see where it really does go. Is it just in the climb or is it the altitude?
What's the point? We're at a decent height. We're at good speed. It's stable. Why cause problems?
Because he's the MoonDog.
You're right. That's it. Going up.
He's got to go out on his own. So, and then.
And how does that usually end for you, there, MoonDog?
There's no cactuses where I'm at right now.
I was gonna say it usually ends by stepping on a cactus.
Or with,
and I just did a save.
Or with Empyrean, he wanders off and ends up getting killed by a spider.
Oh, or
no,
spider cactus.
It wasn't spiders. It was a dog. It was raptors and leaf people or what? Plant people.
Plant people.
I don't know what those things are.
I got to tune in Tokyo Center, just in case anybody wondered.
I think the sunsets just look incredible in this game. So, let me get this straight. We're landing at an airfield with a plane we can barely fly, at night, with no ATC, no approaches for GPS.
No ILS. Their ATC may get you directed onto it.
And who thought this was a good idea?
I've never landed on a Lego after falling out of a plane. I did watch a video on Facebook though today, where two guys had a race across the floor. Did you see that? Barefooted with Legos and mousetraps, and they had to pick up 3 forks off of a table filled with forks and mousetraps. Did you see that one, Draco?
Yeah, I saw that one.
Oh, the one guy, he had like mousetraps stuck to his toes and stuff. It was terrible.
I laughed so hard when the guy goes, "It's on my toe! It's on my toe!"
And did you see the other people? They were blindfolded. Did you see the other people setting mousetraps like right in front of their toes?
Yeah, they grab the mousetraps, set them up right under their feet.
Yeah, that was good.
That's sadistic. When are we doing it?
You should have seen the picture. You should have seen, because in the video they kind of pan over a little bit, and there's this old lady sitting in a chair laughing so damn hard she's crying.
She's got tissue. Yeah. And then the guy with the 9mm on his side. Yeah, you see that. He ain't playing around.
That's for protection after they find out and watch the video back that
they were putting the mouse traps on his toes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the one doing it too.
Yeah.
Well, if he was setting mouse traps so that I stepped on him, would you not be armed?
Honestly, I'd rather have a mouse trap snap on my toe than step on a Lego.
Okay.
Yeah. That hurts.
And for any of you who have children, you know what we're talking about.
I've had both happen. I've had the mouse trap snap while setting it up for a mouse, and I've stepped on the. No, I'll go with the Legos.
So speaking of stepping on things that children leave on the floor, I was telling MoonDog. I ran into the kitchen this afternoon to grab something to drink, and my son left a bunch of marbles on the kitchen floor. I stepped on them, slid across the kitchen floor, and almost put my head through a kitchen cabinet.
Mrs. Draco would have had a wonderful time with the hole of the size of his head in the cabinet. Would you please explain this to me?
And if anybody's ever seen my head, it's like the size of a large pumpkin.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
I'll be right back too. That'll leave you all plenty of time to come up with the jokes.
Okay. I'm all set for that. Let's see here. Done that. Let's go. 365, 375. Let's just do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Altitude increase.
Anchorage center, Deadlift 261, Nicholas flight level 375. Northwest 261, climb and maintain flight level 375.
And up we go. Let's see if we crash it. Let's see. Why is my bot not working?
Northwest 261, did you hear my last transmission?
Yes, I did hear it. Oh crap.
Climb and maintain flight level 375, Deadlift 261.
That's the next thing I'm going to have to figure out. Anyone that is experienced with, leave me a message. I got to throw some of this information onto the other computer and link it. I can do it that way. You can do it. Yeah, I'm working on it. It's 375. Let's see if we can't crash it. I was supposed to be at 415. Which is 41,500. Actual surface height is like 42, and or cruise altitude was 42. Ceiling is 45, 44, 45. Don't make me have to go look. Travis, I've got money coming in on Transport Fever. Starting to make decent money on it. I'm gonna have to do another short stream on that one. Looks good. Climbed up, no problem. Weather looks okay. There's that beat for 1,000 feet short. 50 minutes. 50 minutes, yeah, about 50 minutes. Airspeed 470 still.
Okay, I missed something. Joe says you were practicing your flying skills.
Practicing flying skills. No, I'm just going a little bit up. I decided to go to 375.
I'm back. I got a nice sunset in the background here. I might have to try and grab some screenshots with that.
That's what I'm saying. I think we've actually crossed the international date line or close to it.
Anchorage Center.
So
At least they'll be descending us pretty soon. I think. I don't know how far out we're.
I'm still climbing.
Alright, we're about halfway. Well,
Yeah.
I am.
Should be more than halfway. Only got about 50 minutes left.
Give or take about halfway. Maybe a little bit more.
Distance 450 nautical miles. Anyone trying to actually follow along with that, I actually have the GPS up on the other page. Draco probably has it up too on Doctor there. See, 450 minutes estimated. Ground speed 525. Distance 447. What is that peninsula off of Russia? Yucatan Peninsula?
No.
Yucatan?
You're thinking of Yucatan. That's in
No, that's-
Central America.
Okay, well, I know where
Close
it is.
enough.
I know what I'm looking at. I may not be able to say the correct name. So
We flew into the. Oh no, he says he was wondering if it was me because running into the cabinets today. No, I was actually trying. I was actually trying out for the ice capades.
So
Actually, Disney on Ice. I wanted to be one of the elephants.
how do we turn on the lights in this plane? Oh, there they are. Panel. They are on. What about the flood?
did the flood
There
out
we
for a
go.
minute night because you need more flood right now. But I flew this later with the
Just-
flood off and just the lights on, and it looked really cool.
Just making sure it's on so I can see before it gets dark.
Okay, I think that's looking on right
So
here.
what, you turn the panel lights off then?
I
that what you're saying?
turned off the floodlights. Just had panel lights on, and that looked really nice.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not flying with floodlights on, just panel lights.
Okay. Well, just so I know where they're at.
Hey guys.
Hey, Dan.
Hey,
Hey, Dan.
Part of the monkey show there.
I don't
like the-
notice the
it's like the
difference by turning
Musketeers, you gotta
the panel lights up
say
and
hi to
down.
Well, it's still kind of light out.
It's going to become preference on what you want, if you want the floods on or not at this point. Okay.
I'm playing heavy hauler tonight.
Oh, okay. I've leveled out 37,500. I have time to play. Do I try and get? I'm thinking of trying to get all the way up to 40. Where
Of course.
the plan 41,000. Yeah, I can speak tonight.
Anchorage Center, Douglas 261, request plane level 395.
Somebody's in dire need of a quad track in northern Nevada.
Ah. Someone needs to get it there.
I'm trying. All of a sudden, there's this thing called traffic.
You don't have much traffic at 39,000 feet.
Yeah, you do. That's why the SR-71 flew so high. Stay out of traffic.
It's true. Actually, there probably is an awful lot of traffic with the Airbuses flying at this height. 747s. Travis's control panels. Well, see, you have these control panels with these dashes. These gauges on the dash. You have above here. Then you have the whole engineering department back here. There you go, Travis.
Yeah.
There's some panels. There's some panels for you.
There is a whole engineering department.
Yep.
Where is the light for the panels on that one, though?
Yeah, let me know when you figure it out. I'm scared to touch anything because it's been too smooth. I'm scared to look at anything.
Beep. There was that beep.
Oh yeah, you can get a beep.
Yeah, because I'm going up.
You're poking the bear, messing around with that stuff, like changing altitude and stuff. You should just leave it alone. You go ahead and figure it out, though, MoonDog. You go with it.
Travis' head just went boom because I'm looking at the panels. Yeah, somewhere here is a light panel.
I don't think there is. Oh, MoonDog, here's your favorite switch. Oxygen mask eject switch.
We don't need that. We're good right now.
You know what? I don't think there is. I think it's if he needs to see something, you flip on the floodlights.
Yeah.
Because I don't see a switch back here for it.
Is it brighter if you put on the floodlights?
Yeah.
Back there? Is it?
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll turn the floods off now.
Oh, sure is. That looks a lot better.
But I don't need to see anything back there right now.
As you dump the fuel. Yeah, no dumping of fuel right now.
Well, it's getting dark, so I mean, if you dump the fuel and it ignites, I'm gonna have a hell of a light show.
That's true. Should we test that theory?
What is it with you wanting to test stuff at 40,000 feet?
Who's gonna find out?
How far would the plane fly in one engine all the way?
Oh, it doesn't seem to crash.
I bet we beat the ambulance there back at 20 minutes.
Well, I'm leveled out at 39,500. I only have 2,000 more to go to get the actual flight height. Flight level planned. So you know what that means.
Who was it? Ron White who told that joke, and he also said that he yelled at the pilot to make sure he nosed it in good because he didn't want to go limping away from this bitch.
We've lost oil pressure in one window. He said it over the microphone when he could have turned around and just said
it. See, MoonDog doesn't tell anybody anything. When the oxygen masks drop and the doors open, that's when you know all hell's broken loose.
There's your sign.
When the flight attendants start jumping out of the plane with their air parachutes.
You know what? Now that I think about it, too, we're
landing lights. Yeah.
Since we're going into Alaska, this is also. They also only have a couple hours of light.
Yeah, when we missed that window.
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll hit plenty of windows when we land.
Well, there's not going to be many windows there either, because how many people can be there?
Well, it is a Coast Guard station, so I'm guessing at least one.
Four.
Where?
Yeah,
Siska?
at least 4.
ATU station.
ATU. Nah, there ain't gonna be a whole lot there. Now, if you were landing at Siska, yeah, you'd have a lot there.
Now, I would like to do like a short flight to Dutch Harbor.
The next flight was going to go through Cold Bay. but I can adjust it.
Coldplay, Alaska.
Yep.
I'm not sure which is farther, Cold Bay or Dutch Harbor.
If we do a smaller craft, it's not going to matter time-wise. Yeah.
The deadliest catch boats ain't going to be there.
No. But one of us might land in, the water, search and find out.
Well, back in the day, I don't know if it still is. Dutch Harbor was a big naval base up in Alaska during World War II.
During World War II, a Japanese fighter had crashed up in there. I've seen that in one of the World War II shows I watched.
Yeah, technically the Aleutian Islands was the only part of North America the Japanese ever invaded.
Yep.
They didn't do very well.
They invaded, held, and then lost.
Well, they were up there for a good 2 years before they got pushed out.
Well, heck, I didn't think it'd take them that long to get pushed out.
Well, you figure, you're up in that type of environment where it's nothing but mountains and it's cold, and all of a sudden your supply lines get cut. You don't have much will to want to stick around. Alright, they should be telling, if MoonDog's as far ahead of me as I think he is, they should be telling him to start the descent pretty soon.
Yeah, I just got the flight level.
Oh, did I also mention too that we're going to be landing in cloudy weather?
Yeah. Oh, I got a little bit
Sounds
ways.
awesome.
So, at night, cloudy weather, a plane we can barely fly.
No radio.
No ILS.
No ILS.
All right. This is where you start to put money on how many crashes.
Oh, I've already handed out all the paper and pens for everybody to write their wills and their goodbye notes. Everybody on this plane's already come to terms with the fact we're going to die.
Ye of little faith.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I've reached it. The engines are struggling to get up to speed at this height.
Really?
Well, I'm holding at 224.
Struggling to get it up to speed, huh?
And yes, Dan, I'm going to ignore that. And Mach speed's set for 0.82, and I'm at 0.76. So it's holding. It's just.
It's not a rocket, remember.
It's.
Travis goes nighttime and clouds and blind. Oh my.
Lions and tigers and bears.
We got landing lights. We're good.
And Zig's been drinking.
Coffee.
Ain't nothing that hasn't happened 1,000 times in the world before.
Joe goes, LMAO, where's the eject lever?
Eject, eject, eject.
Center, Douglas 261, request flight level 405. Douglas 261, descend and maintain flight level 405.
You ever heard the announcements on some of them big jets? Shoot, you know the guy was drinking.
Well, I was watching an episode of Family Guy. Anyway, they're up in Quagmire's plane, and they go, "What's this button do?" And he goes, "Oh, that button, it makes everybody sound like a 50-year-old white guy." And then Cleveland goes, he yells into it, he goes, "We gonna bring this bitch down!" Over the intercom you hear, "We'll be descending right now, please."
That's never good when you're trying to get fuel on your trailer sitting halfway on the road.
It's better that you've showed up where your fuel is. I ran mine out.
Yeah,
I was
2
getting
feet from the
close.
fuel station.
Yeah.
I was getting close with this heavy haul.
I saw that picture. I don't think I've ever seen anybody run out of fuel 2 feet from the trigger.
I've done
Well,
it.
I didn't
several
want to
times.
smash that load because on that heavy haul load, that was mine over 1,000 miles and no damage on the trailer. And I'm 2/3 to 3/4 of the way there. I'm like, no, I'm not damaging this thing now. So I was trying to carefully roll in there, and I stopped there.
Yeah, with these heavy haul loads, it's hard to find a place to rest when you have to.
So I'm guessing there's probably only one runway.
Yes, 2 or 20. What did briefing say? It didn't.
I'll say I don't think it did.
But if it's at a 298 or 294 wind, what'd I do? Wrong button.
And depending on weather,
It's 294. You're gonna be
294,
It'll be more 20, right?
200, if that's the runway.
Yeah. It'll be still crosswind.
Not as bad of a crosswind though.
Right.
At least it'll be a crosswind slightly towards the front of the plane rather than a crosswind
Slightly across the tail.
at the tail.
Across the rear.
I've been communicating with ATC. I was like, wait a minute, they haven't told me to descend yet. Or they quit talking to me. No, I'm still talking.
Joe goes, better yet, the landing will be like the crash back in, he thinks it was Sioux City, Iowa. I'm not familiar with that crash.
Be like the one in airplane.
I'm thinking more like the crash out of O'Hare with the DC-10, where one of the engines just fell off the side of the plane.
Yeah, and then the whole plane lost? No.
Yeah, the whole plane crashed into a neighborhood
Yeah.
back in 70s or 80s, I think it was.
It was in the 80s.
Do you know that I still go by the local airport that I fictitiously fly out of? Is close enough, and it is next to the highway. Do you know that every time I see a plane crossing over as I'm driving by, I'm looking just to make sure nothing's falling off the damn thing as I'm driving by.
Well, I don't think you have to worry about that unless he went to the same flight school you went to.
Kamikaze?
Then all you have to do is worry about people bouncing off the hood of your car as you're driving under him.
I am a little quiet, Travis. I'm getting a little nervous about the night landing. And it's getting late.
11:20.
Running out of gas.
He means it himself, not in the plane, because I'm
Yeah, no, I got plenty of fuel.
Why don't you try and bump your Mach speed up to 0.8?
Who, me?
It's holding steady at 8. For me.
Well, I'm at 0.75.
Oh.
I'm right at the red line.
Oh, are you? Oh, yeah, you're higher up than me too.
Am I? I'm only at 255.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where are you?
300.
Tell you how to hit Mach 1 in that plane.
I did get pretty close to that as I was.
It involves an extreme drive. Die.
That's what I was. I lost, and it
I hope
pointed
they start
straight
telling
down.
me something soon.
Well, according to Active Sky, I got quite a ways before
Yeah,
top of descent.
300 nautical miles.
Yeah, but they usually start vectoring you in before top of descent.
Yeah, I don't know what the I don't know what's programmed in here.
We might.
That's still at well, let's see. I'm at 25.5 now.
Well, I'm going to get there soon enough that
Where's
I'll
the
be able to set up the
refresh?
fire trucks and everything.
But
for
you're
them.
more than 100 nautical miles behind me now. You're probably closer to 200.
Behind you?
Yep.
Are you sure yours is redlined? Because the overspeed line is the white and red one. You can get all the way up to that.
Turn you. I'm like halfway between the tip of the peninsula of Russia and the TOD.
I see clouds on my map. Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, that not on my active sky. You're way back at the tip of that peninsula. Just
That's where
barely
you
past
are.
it. Oh, well, it's got us like inverted.
I don't.
I wonder
know
if you really are where you are then. If that made sense. It's late. Words don't work.
I kind of know what you were trying to say there. I don't know if I'm where I'm supposed to be either.
What I meant was I don't know if
Waypoint.
you're where.
What's it say? You're how long till TOD?
Thank you for interrupting.
I don't know. Where do you see that? Is that in active sky somewhere?
In active sky, if you hover over your plane.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm 36 minutes out.
To the top of descent.
It's not. It's not showing me that anywhere. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Estimated arrival at next waypoint, TOD in 1 hour and 7 minutes.
Okay, mine's in 58 minutes 43 seconds.
So you're a little bit ahead of me then.
And mine's 30
United
minutes.
Airlines flight 232, Sioux City, Iowa. July 19.
Grim Reaper, it's the Twilight Zone.
Was a crash.
It could be.
That was a.
Okay, so
City?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but the May 25th crash I think is the one I'm referencing back in 1979 with the DC-10.
So if I'm 30 some minutes out, you know what that means. It's time for a refill and some pie. Be right back.
Pie? What?
He ate pie.
I had a piece of cheesecake and a piece of pumpkin pie for dessert tonight.
You guys are making me hungry. I got chili cheese dip in there, but I didn't want to be like MoonDog and all like snacking on the stream, man.
Chili cheese dip sounds good.
Oh, it's good.
Anything sounds good.
Although, have you ever had a Frito pie?
I don't know.
You know, I had a Frito pie. Yeah, I've had Frito pie a lot. Sorry.
Jesus.
My mind.
No, basically it's chili and it's cheese and it's
Over Fritos.
over a bunch of Fritos with some sour cream.
That ain't Frito pie.
Well, I put sour cream on it, but then they bake it. It's baked.
That sounds good. We used to have those in junior high. They were called like pepper bellies or something. You could get them at lunch. They'd fill the little boat, if you will, with some Fritos and some chili and some cheese and
Yeah.
Travis, he's after pecan pie. Frito pie is awesome.
Pecan pie, not pecan.
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 Pecan, something sitting next to your seat in the truck.
See, I don't like pecan pie. Pecan pie is just way too sweet for me.
Pumpkin pie with whipped cream to finish it off after I had the rigatoni with meatballs for dinner.
Oh,
Shut up.
Grim, my butt's gonna be so puckered on the way in. I don't know if I'll even need toilet paper because ain't much gonna be coming out. And it's getting dark.
oh, it's pitch black for me.
You need to catch up to me because it's getting dark.
They haven't had you start descending yet either, MoonDog?
No, but I'm still 250 nautical miles out.
Okay,
He'll
I'm
start
287.
He'll start here shortly. Pecan is your favorite pie, or Frito pie is your favorite?
Can we stop talking about food? I'm getting hungry. I don't got-
Cheesecake with cherries and whipped cream is my favorite.
Strawberry cheesecake.
Strawberry sweet, yeah.
Well, strawberries will kill me, so I eat cherries.
Cheese freeze? I'm not familiar with that. Grim Reaper.
What the hell is cheese?
Cheese freeze? I don't know.
We're going to get an explanation here, and it's going to sound good, and Zeke's going to go, "Guys need to be quiet, I'm hungry."
What was it, one
Moon-
flight he actually got up in the middle of the flight and went and made himself a pizza? So he made him so hungry?
Moondog's in front. He'll be the first attempt to land, I believe.
You're
Right?
the first victim.
Which will make it slightly easier for me to land, because then I'll see where the fireball is. And
Yeah.
You guys have little faith.
I have complete confidence in you, Moondog. You have landed this plane before.
Let me put it to you this way. You guys are going to land before me, because I'm going to take about 4 go-arounds until I get it right.
Yeah, Mr. Go Around Moondog.
me, I'm just going to want to plant this sucker as quick as I can.
Yeah. I told you
Get
if
the
I
rocket
can
launcher out.
just hit solid ground, I'm calling that good.
Zeke's going to get it down close enough and let it skip across the water until it gets there.
He's going to skip across the water like a stone.
The outcome is no pooping. There'll be no pooping on the landing.
Joe goes, "Hey, knock off this food stuff. It's 11:30 at night, and now I'm starting to get really hungry."
I know, right?
Wait a minute.
I'm with you, Joe.
11:30. Wait a minute. 12:30 a.m.
Yeah, no, he's a central time zoner like us.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to hear worrying about 11:30. It's already 12:30 and I'm eating.
Ooh, we got bread now. I can have
Just-
peanut butter toast.
Just plug in your USB, you'll be fine.
So my theory is this:
Charger.
see, Farmer Dad said that he has 2 breakfasts a day. No, I think he has at least 3 or 4, because he'll start eating at midnight, and then he'll probably have another snack right before he goes to bed. Then he'll wake up and eat 2 more times, and then he'll have lunch.
You'll have 4 breakfasts. That pumpkin words.
Yeah, there's breakfast, there's first breakfast, second breakfast, and there's early lunch, and then lunch, late lunch, early dinner, after dinner.
Grim Reaper's on your time zone, Moondog. It's 12:35 for him.
Yeah,
Oh, he's in Ontario.
in
Hey,
Ontario.
Hey,
So
Canada.
Hey, Ozer.
we'll we haven't actually flown together. I've flown into Quebec on one of the streams when Zig and Draco weren't available.
We were talking about doing the Canadian tour in the
Yep.
VA.
Yeah.
I will say though, I've met a lot of Canadians. They are some of the nicest people I've ever met.
yeah, never met Canadian custom harvesters then. Drain the
If
oil
you-
out of your combine just to get your food, get your customer.
Yep,
Alright.
it's Canadians, and then it's people from Missouri.
Misery.
Which I think are just Canadians who move south, because they're just as polite as Canadians.
Yeah, Travis
Well,
is normally pretty polite. I'll
I'm
agree with that.
I'm German. I'm not from Canada. I have no Canadian or French roots, I don't think.
I'm waiting on a Travis response. It's got to be coming up pretty soon.
He might have fell asleep.
Maybe.
Travis is one of those
His-
guys that goes to bed early, gets up early, goes to work every day, doesn't miss a day. Oh, wait a minute.
And he's feeling sick, so his cold medicine's probably kicked in by now, and he passed
Nope,
out.
there he is. He goes,
Oh,
wow.
No, it's just the Canadian people I've met otherwise are great. It's just them custom harvester boys. You got to watch them.
I'm just saying, Travis, you're really polite. And so is Zig.
Have you guys not heard him when he's harassing me? He doesn't sound that polite at times.
Who?
Travis.
I've never heard Travis harass anybody.
Oh, that's right.
I've
You
heard
never.
MoonDog harass people.
Well, yeah, but I'm harassing you. I harass you if I like you.
I might have to go get some chili cheese dip, but I'm scared to step away. I don't have anything that I can just go grab and eat.
You better. Do
I
it
have
now.
I have a white chocolate Twix bar that's sitting here next to me.
That's not nice to say.
Let me
How
put
is it
this
still
way, you
sitting
better-
there?
You need to go do your run. To
I've been
now.
resisting it.
All right.
Go to the white side.
Well, no, the wife gave it to me as a bribe for something.
Throw it away.
You're screwed, dude.
Don't eat
What's
it.
TV show call that?
Don't eat it.
If you eat it, you have to go with the bribe, and that you can get out of it because you didn't eat it.
Grim says, "Mad Canadians hurl poutine at you." I'm not sure what I know what poutine or poutine is. Anybody?
I thought they just chased people with hockey sticks.
Now, they're not.
And he says, "Only eat the left Twix."
Travis goes, Drake, you and Zig are the best. MoonDog, something else entirely.
I'll be right back.
This goes with the discussion that BP had with some of us other monkeys. He had someone that popped in from someone that's watched my streams and said something to BP. And to be honest with anyone that watches, you can go watch the other people. We suggest you go watch the other people, but if you're in ours and you like the way that it goes, you may not like the way that BP runs something. That doesn't mean you can yell at him. But he came back and he said, well, MoonDog's the nice one. Wait. Anyone watching this stream currently and heard everything, do you really think I'm the nice one? I mean, I can be pleasant, I'll even say it nicely, but I'm going to harass you the whole time. I don't know if that's nice.
Joe's over here laughing.
MoonDog's the nice one. Yeah, I can be nice. Be very courteous while I'm being unnice, though.
I'm probably the one that needs a gag.
No, it's not that you probably do, man. You definitely do, but we like you anyway, so we don't put it on.
So
Unless, of course, you
Travis
like
goes, he doesn't know you very well. So I'm getting a little nervous that I'm 24 minutes out from the airport and they still haven't brought me down from 30,000 feet.
You're not 24. No, I'm 20 minutes out. You know what?
Yeah, ETE, 24 minutes. Are you sure there's a tower here?
No, it says there's no tower there, but ATC should still bring you down. We're in contact with anchors already.
Oh boy, I see this going bad.
Nautical miles.
I'm 206.
We'll be pretty soon here. If, you know, what's the worst going to happen? I'm going to end up being the guinea pig and going, oh, you need to look
Yeah,
out.
that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, because me and MoonDog were like 200 miles, give or take, from the airport, and they haven't brought us down yet.
I give MoonDog a lot of shit, but you're the best. You can take it and you can dish it out with the best of them. Well, thank you, sir. Now, get to bed because you gotta go harvest corn in the morning.
But remember something. Travis is high on cold medicine. Travis is high on cold medicine, so
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's saying right now.
Heard what? I didn't do nothing. I'm in it.
You're innocent?
I'm in it.
Alright, I'm gonna eat the Twix bar. I'm hungry. I got Zig eating in my ear. I got MoonDog eating in my ear.
Hey, Hicks boys, we are 2.5 hours into our 3-hour flight about, and we're headed to ATU, Alaska.
Or somewhere in that area.
Or somewhere in that area.
May have to declare emergency and land on the water.
Yeah. Flying a plane that we've never landed before.
You know, actually, I have enough fuel. I can declare a reroute and go to another airport. You guys, it's all going to depend on time. Travis, careful. You might be the one that gets called the nice one.
I have 167,000 pounds of fuel left.
Roy, he is nice.
That should make a nice fireball.
Kaboom.
Should keep everybody nice and warm on ATU Island.
Turn on the flood so we can look back here and see better. Fuel, 37,000 in the center, 64,000 in the left, and 64,000 in the right. Travis is not sure if he can handle being called the nice one.
You're looking for a Thunderbird? I haven't flown any planes like that in FSX.
Thunder chicken.
There are a few that just fly nothing but the jets.
Or the plane that the Thunderbirds fly, because that would be the F-16.
Yeah, I think they're almost the F-16Z now. Times that thing been overhauled.
Yeah. You know, the other option is just start to descend and see if ATC yells at you.
Yeah, just dive like 10,000 feet real quick, then pull up.
I've done that already tonight. I'm done with that.
I'll shall return.
Let's see here. Top of the descent is about 5 miles away.
Top of descent on
For me is 4 minutes away.
active sky.
Yeah. But then again, I also planned for 41,500 and I'm at 40,500, so I'm close enough. Oh, as I'm in the other thing, yeah. Descent at 31. Yes, I can do that.
When we get older, will we get X-Plane 11? I don't know how much older we need to be.
How old do you think we are?
Yeah, right?
I mean, we act like we're 10, but we're not really 10.
There's a damn good chance all three of us are old enough to be your father.
That
Yeah.
goes for some of the 30-year-olds.
Joe said squawk 7777.
I think if I was any older, I'd be flying a Wright Brothers plane.
Alright. Hurry up and crash. I want to go to sleep. Well, Travis, you can just go to sleep. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to be closer to crashing here than they are because I'm almost an hour ahead of Zig, it seems like.
So, Joe, do you watch us like for the same reason people watch NASCAR, just to see somebody crash?
Well, that was Travis that said that, but so there must be.
I'm talking to Joe.
But that must mean several people are doing that thing. They're waiting to see which one of us crashes. They're waiting for the crash.
I mean, if you are, that's perfectly fine. I mean,
Yeah.
anything that entertains you, that's what we're here for.
We're not going to go out of our way to just crash, but one of us will probably crash.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that thought just popped in my head. I wonder how many people watch us just to see if we'll crash. Just like people who watch NASCAR.
Roy, Travis, Dan.
Hicks boys, I have a Extreme 3D Pro joystick. It's a Logitech, I think. MoonDog, do you have that one too?
No, I have the Saytech Pro
Oh.
Bike.
Roy goes, no, we all watched to see MoonDog crash.
It's pretty inexpensive, Hick boys. It was only like I can't remember if it was 30 or 40 bucks, and it's pretty good. You can use it for farm sim too.
This Saytech's probably 20 years old. It works as if it's new because I hardly used it up until Draco started dragging me into flying.
Yeah, this Logitech's probably about 15 years old.
I know one
It's
thing. I'm gonna end
It's
up
an upgrade from the gamepad for sure.
Yeah, Joe, I gave up on NASCAR years ago.
No, we were bouncing everyone around so much I forgot to turn off the seatbelt signs. So they,
So, at what distance did they start? Well, they probably had you dropping a lot further than me because of your height.
yeah, I mean, it was almost right at my scheduled top of descent.
Okay, because I'm at like 130 miles out, and they haven't said anything to me. I'm literally 14 miles, 14 minutes.
From your top of descent?
No, from the airport.
Well, I'm still 11 minutes from there, so I'm sure I'm going to end up having to do get down close and loop around and stuff, which isn't going to be bad because I'm going to have to find the freaking runway to begin with this first time. So,
Hicks
Well, hopefully
boys, check out that Logitech Extreme 3D. It's not bad. It's pretty inexpensive, and it's just a basic flight stick. Has like 12 programmable buttons on it. Seems to work pretty good. It's an upgrade. You know, I mean, it's not a yoke, but you know, it's an upgrade from the gamepad for sure for flight sim.
It sure as hell is an upgrade from the keyboard.
Well, yeah. I couldn't fly with the keyboard. I started with the gamepad also.
I don't know how anybody could fly.
Yeah, with the
Keyboard
keyboard,
mouse.
I don't either.
Although, when I first started playing flight sim, I actually used the mouse as yoke control, and that's how I flew
Really?
for the longest time until I finally got a joystick.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't really looked at any yokes, but I wouldn't mind having one. But
Yeah, you're looking at 150, 160 bucks just for the yoke.
Yeah.
Then you have throttle quadrants. That's another 150, 160. And
Yeah,
then
that's-
rudder pedals. That's another $60 to $100.
yeah, that's the thing.
I'm sorry. Roy in my chat. He goes, see those fuel switches, cut them off, they'll save you some fuel.
He's trolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Logitech also has like a little, I don't really know how to explain it, but it works great for the throttle. It's a little knob on there that has like a sweep to it, so you can use it for the throttle. It works really good. I'm very happy with it for the, I can't remember if it was 30 or 40 bucks that I paid for it.
So the radar on active sky is broke because your plane hasn't moved an inch, Zig.
Is that right? It
Yep.
has for me. Is it? It has. Yeah, it has for me.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it has my
and you
plane.
know what? No, your plane hasn't. But mine has. I haven't even looked at all to see if the FSX or FS join map is working.
Well, did you update?
I did. That don't mean nothing, though.
No.
It is broke half the time, anyways.
And when it's not broke, it shows you go in a completely different direction than what you are going.
Let's see, where are we at? Holy crap, it might have us. Yep, it's got us tonight.
Oh, does it?
It does.
And where does it show me, and where does it show you?
There's Zig. Here's JA8549. Whoever that is.
It's gotta be Draco.
Ahead of me, I don't see you at all, MoonDog.
190.
Yeah, you're not on the map. Did you update?
I'm not sure if I did. If it was one that happened since I turned it. No, I did yesterday.
It happened today or yesterday. I don't see you, but
Sent 15,000.
JA859.
You just gave me the damn instructions. Give me a second.
Yeah, we're closing right in on ATU Island. Holy crap, that doesn't even really get, I mean, it's in Alaska, but that's not very close to Alaska.
It is Alaska.
I know, but it's way out, you know.
You mean mainland?
Yeah.
I was like, you confused me there for a second.
Well, it is Alaska,
It's in Alaska,
but that's what
but
I'm
it's
saying.
not close to Alaska.
But it's as far as we had to fly to get to here to get to mainland Alaska again.
Yep.
Yeah, because then it gives us a, we can do a slightly slower plane and still get to Anchorage or Cold Bay, I mean, and then we can go Cold Bay to Anchorage and Anchorage to Seattle, Denver, St. Louis.
Travis, I haven't set it up for Farm Sim yet, but you can set the flight stick up to work like your front end loader and stuff. I just haven't mapped it out yet. I've been kind of lazy and I haven't been playing that much Farm Sim.
Thank you,
But
Travis.
that was part of the reason that I justified to Mrs. Zig why I needed the flight stick, because I could use it for flight sim and Farm Sim. And it was not on sale, so I had to come up with a little extra bargaining power.
Just give her a Twix bar. Apparently it works for me. Although I did only eat 3/4 of it. That means I only have to do 3/4 of the bribe.
I was just wondering if it was laced with anything.
Oh, we'll find out here pretty soon, won't we? So I'm descending at 2,000 feet per minute.
Did it tell you to descend?
Yep.
It finally did? Okay.
Yep. And I'm doing 237 knots, or 273 knots. And I feel like it's taking me forever to go, to descend. It's got me going all the way down to 19,000.
Down to 19,000?
Yep, from 30.
How fast are you going?
270 now.
Oh, wow.
Send out to 2,500.
I'm hoping it starts having me do some course changes, and then that'll burn off some speed. I'm just gonna go ahead and flip those on right now.
Heavy cover and with
It says I'm 16 minutes out with still 136 miles to cover. That seems crazy.
I'm 9 minutes out with 65 miles to cover.
Okay, then that seems about right.
I'm 5 minutes out. I've still got 9,300 in altitude. Turn right 0. Okay, chat, I'm watching. Travis, I'm checking out. Have a good night. Good luck with the landing. There's your cue. MoonDog, declare state of emergency. All passengers to evac the aircraft. All parachutes will be handed out mid-jump.
Good night, Travis.
Good night.
See you later, Travis.
Mid-jump. Got it.
It just had me do, turn to a heading of 095. Altitude warning.
Stay on top of this thing because it's real quick and you get up out of position. Too high.
What with the plane in general? Is that what you're talking about?
Flying into San Francisco, I didn't get it down quick enough. I mean, I've been descending this time at 3,000 feet per minute. And I also have speed brake like full on too.
Well, I don't even know where that's at. Where's that at?
That's that big lever between the trim and the throttle.
I better go pee real quick and get ready here for this.
36. I want to fly that into a mountain.
3,500 feet. Was slow enough for landing here? Just barely. Get over here with this. Take off.
Alright. 253, 254. Sending 2,000 feet.
What is?
At 17.6,
290.
going down to 9.
Climb and maintain 2,500. Douglas 261.
So are we taking bets on who's gonna crash and who's gonna land?
I almost put it in the drink just now because no, because
Already?
yeah, because
2947.
I didn't set the barometer. I was still at 2992.
Right. You know, that was one of the issues I had kind of when we were doing the 757 with the IFR, is that I didn't felt like, you know, for when they were calling me in, that I could get the plane down fast enough.
Well, I'm down fast enough.
Well, I as soon as I went below 15,000, I switched my barometer back to what it needs to be. So it's 2947. I'm at 13.9.
Well, they haven't even contacted me yet, so you guys are making my butt pucker a little bit. Got me anxious.
I'm still 35 miles out.
Well, I'm still 94 miles out, but you know, according to Active Sky, I am closing in on my top of descent, so
Expect runway 2. Anyone happen to know what the heading is for runway 2?
nope, there were no charts available when I looked it up. I didn't Google it, but I looked it up on that other place we've been finding them.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, I know there's no that, so we do. Yeah. Speed about 212, so we can go flaps.
The airport is Nook, right? N-U-U-K?
For here? No, it's ATU.
No, the name of the airport.
I have no idea.
The name of the airport's ATU, or what was it? Cove.
Descend and maintain 15,000.
Gracious Cove or something like that.
I have no idea.
Let's see.
Descend and maintain
now we-
15,000.
Now we have to base.
Alright, I got it.
Infrastructure allows us to build advanced armor, but first thing we have to build ships so we can get around faster and try to make defenses. Okay, that's all with the Imperium.
Alright, runway 2. Runway heading magnetic 018. True 021.
Turn left heading 015. Douglas 261.
11 miles out, 10 o'clock runway. You said it was
Is it
what?
going? Is it
Hold on.
going down?
Sorry about that. Magnetic heading for runway 2 is 018. True heading is 021.
021?
I would go with magnetic, probably magnetic heading 018.
I just want to be able to set something up on the course so I can follow it in a little bit there.
Right.
Gears down, lights on, warning signals sounded.
Warning signal.
Yaw dampeners off because I want to
Turn
be able to
right
have
ahead.
control of this. Speeds down.
080.
Where's the speed break? What were you talking about? Where that is?
Okay.
You don't have
between
to
the-
tell me if you're busy.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go in. It's between the trim and the
Throttle?
throttle.
Yep, I just gave myself a 1/3 speed brake.
right heading 1000. Okay, so I need to take it off. Oh, altitude stays on. I need to take that off. Go to heading. Oh, turn that off. Right,
Sync
what does
rate.
it say?
Sync rate.
Heading 100.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
Yeah, yeah.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
Runway 2 approach.
You gotta be. Autopilot just freaked the hell out and shoved the throttles all the way forward, and then I just overstressed and crashed. Just as I was getting ready to turn for approach. I'm done with this plane. Alright.
What do you mean when you say it freaked out?
It freaked out. It shoved the throttles all the way forward when I turned for absolutely no reason, and the plane stressed out, overstressed, and just crashed. So, for everybody on my watching my stream, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you Saturday for our next flight. Hopefully not flying this plane. So, until next time, see you later.
.075, descend and maintain 9,000.
Yeah, I know. You're yelling at a couple different things there.
I hear you. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Heading 075, I messed that up. What's the speed? Oh, we're still way over. Okay, keep that on then.
Alright, so that was a bad first attempt.
Crap. Alright, what's it gonna do? Take me all the way around? Turn right heading 065, okay.
No, I don't really want to head back out. I want to just make a sharp turn here and come back in.
send it. Zero 075 3000.
Knuckles 261, please expedite your turn to heading 160.
105.
Knuckles 261, turn left heading
Be nice if you could
130.
make up your mind. Oh, don't do that.
Knuckles 261, IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squad 1200, maintain VFR, frequency change approved.
My speedometer's just totally like freaking out. Up. I don't. Whatever happened to Draco just happened to me.
Okay. Well, I'm
I wonder if I should have. I had that speed dialed back to like 240 though. And all of a sudden, like the.
You had it on IAS.
Yeah, and all of a sudden the.
Okay, I'm back.
All of a sudden the speed reading kept going from 0 to like 300 and then back to 0 and then 300.
Same thing happened to me, and then it went to 0.
Yeah.
Throttles went all the way up, and then it just stressed out and crashed.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to you?
Yep.
And there's no
So
reason for it to
we're all
happen.
riding on you to get us there, MoonDog.
No, I see the place again. Okay, and when I mean see it, it's a shadow.
So, yeah, everybody tune in to MoonDog because the plane freaked out there. Sent me back to the last save I had was 618 miles out, and I ain't flying that again yet tonight.
Nope.
So yeah, same thing happened to me. I was in on descending to 3,000. I had the speed set to 240 IAS, and I had the speed brake on one click, and everything was good. And then all of a sudden, I looked over, and the speed was going from like overspeed down to 0, and then it would swing back up to overspeed down to 0, and the throttle was slamming up and down and trying to keep up, and
Yeah.
it just overstressed. So I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what the deal is with that, or what the answer is, or if you need to.
auto speed off.
I was gonna say if we need to get off the auto speed, or if that's part of the problem, or manage your own speed on the way in.
I keep forgetting to turn that freaking auto speed off on all of the flights stuff.
His channel's linked on the on my main YouTube channel, Hicks Boys. It's Mr. MoonDog 88.
So I've hit the ground. Well, and when I mean hit, I've landed it. I landed in the runway, but I'm like out in terra firma right now. I'm trying to go back towards airport.
I fly with Mr. MoonDog 88 and Draco 411 all the time, so hit up both their channels. So yeah, I guess I probably should have done another save on approach, and maybe could have done it again, but I forgot. So I'm not gonna.
Definitely not an easy one. I mean, I was all out of shape.
Yeah.
I mean, I got it so that it touched ground and stuff. To be honest, it probably would have ripped gears out on the actual surface here, because I didn't hit runway. I hit ground.
Well, that's. Did
But
you?
The plane didn't
register a crash or nothing, so.
Did you, speed 496? Why is it set to that? That's crazy. I just noticed when it restarted from the last save, the speed knob was set to 496. It's crazy.
So we're just going to pull up here. This is as close as you get to a terminal. Because it canceled my flight in and everything because of not being following the procedure in the mist.
Oh, the IFR canceled your flight?
Yeah. Because I was too
Gotcha.
high, I missed on the first one, and I just started to loop around.
Right.
All right, there, we're stopped. The plane is very quirky in that, okay, for what you pay for it to be on a down low, there's still a few issues.
Yeah.
Especially coming from with steam and dovetail and all, or whatever. But it's not an in-game. There's a lot to do with it. In some regards, I like it, and other things like throwing up the weirdness to it, I don't. So
Yeah.
it's one of those. I can fly it. Will I fly it over something else? Yes, but what is that something else in-game? So it took an hour and 182 minutes to get here. And I think that's a good place to go. We're down.
We're down. MoonDog got us there. We're
Yeah.
calling that good enough to continue the tour.
Yeah.
What are we gonna fly out of here? The Phenom then?
Phenom, or we could probably, I'll have to check. It might even be able to do like the Dash or the Beechcraft in the 377, but we'll
The
discuss
Dash.
it. Well, if you want it, you know, I mean,
I haven't flown that in forever.
that is something that I've checked is very frequent in this area.
It is.
So
It has the Air Alaska skin. It is appropriate for the area.
maybe you'll
But-
have to do the Cold Bay to Anchorage portion of it. Who knows? We'll see. So
Yeah.
thanks everyone for stopping in. Thanks Draco and Zig for flying with me. Thanks for those that have jumped into the Discord to talk. Thanks literally everyone that was in chat. This has been a wonderful night. Chat wise, it's been a nice stream night. Anyone that you have seen flying with me is linked below. All our links are down below. All the monkey shows linked down below, and all of our chats, descriptions and such. We'll be back Saturday night for flying, and we may be back during the week for other stuff. I may be back in 20 minutes doing Transport Fever. Just click the notification as to, you know, when we go live, and you'll know. So
Yeah. MoonDog's just gonna plug in his USB wire and he'll be good to go the rest of the night.
I mean, the microphone doesn't need it now, so thanks for stopping in. This is, I don't know, Mr. MoonDog signing out. I don't know.
Yep. Zigzaggy out.
See you all later. Bye.